Okay, so we're going to do a roster review of myself. So I've been streaming on Twitch for the past year or so for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I decided to branch out into doing YouTube a little bit more for the game. But I thought maybe the best place to start would actually be to look at my own account, so you can see where I'm up to, what I've done so far, how long I've been playing for, and what I'm aiming to do. So we can kind of follow through any progress through the Grand Arena streams that I've been doing, which I'll start showing on YouTube, and some of the other analysis and bits that I'll be doing, talking about different game modes. So I guess without further ado, firstly, I've been playing since day one, pretty much. Actually, I picked up the game pretty much when it was in its first iteration. I think it was an alpha, in fact, right back at the start. I played back when Barriss Offee was one of the best characters in the game, and Rex was the best lead. And we had things like the evade meta and so on until we eventually got things like the Rancor raid and then Commander Luke Skywalker, and from then onwards. So I mean, we'll just go straight to the characters. It's probably the best way. So obviously I'm level 85, obviously, and obviously I've got decent galactic power. So we're 4.7 million. We're not too bad. I took a break for about 6 months at one point, more because I emigrated. So I came from England, as per my accent, through to America when I changed jobs back in 2017, 2018, over that time period there, because I finished in England in 2017, took till 2018 to get to America. So I took some time off for that time because I thought it was probably a good idea to focus on real life and all that kind of thing. And so this is my roster here. So actually, I should probably knock off the favorites, but the favorites at the minute are mostly the resistance characters you need for Rey. So you can see I'm starting to get them all up to 7 star. I've not quite got a couple of them up to 7 star, 3 of them actually. Rose Tico there evades me there a teeny bit. But my first goal is 7 star. My second goal is to get them to gear 12. I like to do them all in groups, like in bits together. So the first thing was to get them to 7 star. So we still got Finn, Resistance Troopers almost there, and Rose Tico, and then slowly getting them to gear 12. So obviously you can see here Poe is almost gear 12. Finn is going to be very easy to get to gear 12. These are quite easy pieces to be honest. So it's going to be progressive, and I think looking at my roster right now, we're probably looking at a couple of months, something like that, to get to Rey. I'm someone who does the Heroic Sith raid and gets in the top 3 or 5 all the time, and we do the Geonodes and territory battles. So I get good rewards in terms of get 1 and get 2 currencies. So we can gear up these characters relatively fast once we start focusing on the gearing. But at the minute, I'm spending almost all my energy just on the shards for the remaining characters because we had to get up a couple of others as well first recently. The other thing I'm doing, as you can see, we've got Queel and IG-11. We've got 2 more characters to get up to 7 star. I want to unlock Beskar Mando for 3 reasons. I guess one is I love the character. I mean, I know he's terrible in this game, but I love the character. The second was that actually to me he was quite an easy farm. He's only 5 characters, right? As compared to many of the other events, 5 characters is much more straightforward. And he's the pilot of the Razor Crest, and that it's another ship I've unlocked just yet, but it's a ship that I'll unlock soon, and it is an excellent ship by all accounts. Working with the scoundrels, so it's well worth having the pilot so we can actually use it. The other character going to the end here, Bo-Katan. Actually, she is the only character aside from Wat Tambor I haven't got at 7 star for Jedi Master Kenobi. Gotta get his name right, Jedi Master Kenobi. So I thought I'll do a soft farm of Bo-Katan in the background. Once I've got at least 2 or 3 of these guys up to 7 star, I'll probably start collecting her just in the background to get a few of her shots, work her down slowly over time. Because I have all the other characters up to 7 star already, except for Wat, and Wat is controlled purely by the Geonodes and territory battles. So she's the only one I can actually farm to get her up character wise. Of course, for the other thing for Jedi Master Kenobi is that I have to get a number of characters up to like 5 and 7 and even 8. And to be honest, many of the characters I have that were already picked on the list are already quite highly leveled, be it Jedi Master, or Grandmaster, I should say, Yoda, and the names are so complicated. Grandmaster Yoda and Shakti, because I got the clone team, obviously, and General Kenobi. So she was the only one I've got left to do which I can actually affect easily. So I thought I'd put her on to do once I start finishing some of these other bits off. As for the main characters I got, so I have 1 Galactic Legend currently, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with his ultimate ability unlocked. He's By far my best character. My best team is obviously the First Order, but I have Jedi Knight Revan, Commander Luke Skywalker, Padme, Darth Revan, General Anakin Skywalker. He's a little bit lower. Unfortunately, I've not been getting his shards because I've been using that currency for specifically gearing things up when I was doing the First Order and then flipping from the First Order now to the Resistance. So he gets kind of the cast off. So he's been going slowly up to 7-star. I know he's a crucial character. I know he's important, and I will finish him off in the near future. But it's just taking time to finish him off in between other bits. Darth Malak there, of course, got Darth Malak. We've got decent clones, not brilliant clones, decent clones. Got decent Grievous team, except for Grievous. Grievous himself is actually only Gear 11, but the rest of the Grievous team, for the most part, are either Gear 12 or Relic. And they're all pretty good. So I probably should, at some point, gear up General Grievous. And then, yes, there's General Grievous there. And then you can see the other characters. So we've got, Jedi leveled and decent Gear 12. So some other characters that you need for different things here and there. But generally, and Darth Tray, of course, unlocked as well. But generally, we have a good roster, solid to good, I think. But the short-term farms, we've got Beskar Mando, we've got Bo-Katan on the side, and then we've got the Resistance to get Rey, because that's that big thing. On the flip side, our ships are terrible. I'm just going to say that straight out, flat out. So, at the minute, these are the favorites of the ones for the Raddus, and you can see here, these two are not 100 shards yet, so not 7-star, so we can't even unlock the Raddus yet, which is why I think it's going to take me at least a couple of months to get the Raddus. I don't mind spending a little bit of money to force the last shards to get the 5-star Raddus, but at the minute I can't even get it unlocked at 4-star. So that's going to take me probably a couple of weeks yet to still do those two. As for the other ships, well, obviously the First Order ships are good. My Vader is decent, so my Vader ship is good. Millennium Falcon, only 5-star because of IG-11 ship, actually. Never really bothered to work on IG-11 ship, so I should probably do that at some point. Anakin, so on. I mean, we've got okay ships. And you can see here, though, actually, oh, my eyes. So since they've done the new update, these are purple, but I mean, they kind of look blue to me, but maybe they're purple. I guess they're probably purple. I don't know. Is it purple or blue? They were purple. Yeah, I guess they are purple. It just looks very bright there. Maybe it's my monitor. Maybe I need to knock down the brightness of the monitor. It looks blue though. But we're working about the ships. I mean, ships are not a massively important thing to me, unfortunately. So we almost have the 6-star finalizer. The Raddus you can see we're working through, and then the other ship we're working on is a negotiator. So I used to get 2 currency predominantly to get negotiator shards, so we'll probably have that unlocked in a couple of months' time. I had previously used get 2 currency to do some of the Gear 12 pieces for the First Order when I was doing the First Order, but this time round I'm trying to get the negotiator first because it's such a good ship and we do not have it. But as we have a good General Kenobi, we have decent Anakin, Ahsoka, Rex, Fives, Plo Koon. At the minute I use the Endurance as that fleet, and it's not a very exciting fleet, to be honest. So ships are a bit of a struggle, to be honest. And then the last thing I guess we should say is the modding. So mods, my modding is not too bad, to be honest. Got all my good mods on characters like Kylo Ren. Could I work hard on mods? Yes, I probably could work hard on mods. Let's see, there are a couple of guys in particular I know I need to work on. Luke is one of them. Luke's mods are, for a character who I love, is not the best. He's kind of fast, but his health protection is a bit all over the place. And likewise, some of the resistance, the rebels, I should say, are all over the place for the mods. But my Darth Revan team is pretty well modded. My Darth Vader, my First Order, they're all okay. Jedi Revan is actually pretty well modded as well. He's actually not too bad at all. He's pretty slick speed. I could probably level that one up. I might check that later on. But he's got decent speed on him, so he's we usually do well in mirror matches. Jedi Knight Revan versus Jedi Knight Revan. But anyway, that is a quick overview of my account, and hopefully you can see my goals. Hopefully we can see progress over the coming weeks and months. I'm not going to make too many videos on my account specifically, other than when I play Grand Arena, but hopefully mostly it's going to be on bit elements of the game rather than specifically what I'm doing. But Beskar Mando, Negotiator, get Bo-Katan up and running, and of course the big thing, Galactic Legend Ray. Hopefully they'll all be done over the next, I guess, 10 weeks or so, by the end of the summer, which we go. Well, certainly Best Commando, certainly the Negotiator, and to be honest, hopefully Ray as well by the end of the summer. But we can see how that goes exactly, probably painfully. But hopefully that's interesting. Hopefully it sets a good platform for how we do the levels. Sometimes I stun myself with my mistakes. Hopefully it's a good platform for the videos, and hopefully you like it, and I'll see you guys all next time on the channel.